Hey love, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa. If this is your very first time here, and in this little space of mine, I love to share all things beauty and a little life in between. Now in today's video is going to be the life in between, and we're doing something a little different because I am sharing tips on how to feel more confident as a dark skin / deep skin girl. And I've been seeing videos across YouTube and tips on how to feel more confident, how to show up as your best self. And I just wish that that was something that was applicable across the board because it is a little different for us. Yes, I've been called all types of names. I'm very familiar. I've been called Darkwing Duck. If you're familiar with that show in the 90s, I've been called Tar Baby. I've been called Blackie. So trust me, I know how it feels to be at your lowest, to have the low confidence, the low self-esteem. That has been me. I have been there. I have done that. However, I feel like I've healed even further, like in my adulthood. Like I've had people to question whether or not my daughter was mine because there is, you know, a difference in complexion. I've seen the element of surprise when my husband, you know, introduces me as his wife because we're on the far side of the color spectrum when it comes to, you know, African Americans and, you know, pigmentation. And so I just feel like I'm okay with all of that because I've healed. I know how to show up confident, and I know how to show up as my best self. And so in today's video, I am sharing just that. And I do have my notes here. This is something that I do truly hold close to me because I feel like there are just a lot of young girls, dark skin, deep skin, that are still just going through the same thing. And so the tip number one is to do the work internally, affirming yourself, praying, or seeking the help of a therapist. I am a strong believer that you can speak life into your own reality, like you create your own reality. And so the words you speak, whether they're out loud or in your head, can, you know, take life or take a form and become alive, and you eventually manifest the words that you speak out loud. So if you think it and you speak it, you will eventually begin to, you know, believe it. And so reverse engineer that. Speak positive affirmations, speak positive thoughts, you know, do the work internally, seek the help of a therapist, and, you know, truly believe that you are confident, that you are beautiful, and, you know, that you got something that people want. Number two, use sunscreen and products that protect the melanin in your skin. And I know while I was doing a lot of healing, even as a young girl, I felt like me believing that I was beautiful meant that I didn't need to go outside and, you know, wear a hat or, you know, use products that would ultimately protect my skin because, you know, I'm building confidence, I'm doing this work internally, and that was nothing but far from the truth. You do not get the best outcome of the beautiful deep skin, your deep complexion, by not protecting it, by not wearing sunscreen. You have to wear the sunscreen. Extra melanin, while it provides a level of protection, the sun can still be harmful and damaging to your skin. When I was a young girl, my mom used to sell, you know, things that she would purchase from like a yard sale at a place in Fort Lauderdale called the Swap Shop. And so if you are from South Florida, then you are very familiar with that place. But you did have to kind of sit outside, like wherever you parked your car is where you set up shop. And that is where you sold your stuff. And so I spent tons of my time on the weekend just out in the sun, you know, helping my mom sell her products and goods because, you know, that helped her make a living for us. And I didn't always wear sunscreen and my skin wasn't always its best self. So I'm heavy on the protecting the skin, my beautiful deep skin, and allowing myself and allowing it to show up in its true form. That is ultimately like when my skin was at its worst, and ultimately when I just did not feel my prettiest because I wasn't doing anything to like enhance it or allow for the true beauty in my deep skin to, you know, see through. Also invest in a skincare routine and products that nurture your overall complexion. Especially the older that I get, you know, it's hard for you to treat hyperpigmentation. The more melanin that you, you know, have, it is ultimately also a little bit harder for you to treat hyperpigmentation. And so having a solid skincare routine, you know, helps for your skin to be hydrated, helps for you to receive the nutrients that you lose day to day and, you know, the overall elements and the pollution and the sun that lights the world, using those products can also help to enhance the beauty that is within your complexion. And I'm not saying to bleach your skin, because I have been there, I have done that. Do not bleach your skin. At the end of the day, do what you feel like is best for you. But I wouldn't recommend bleaching your skin. That is something that I feel like can be a little harmful. I don't know, I'm not a dermatologist, so I don't know the long-term effects of bleaching your skin, but I know just the overall negativeness. I don't know, I just felt really, really negative about bleaching my skin. And I think I read somewhere that there were long-term negative effects. I want to also just focus on, you know, just things that will overall impact your skin, that will not allow for its beauty to shine through, such as products that tackle acne, products that tackle hyperpigmentation. If your skin is dry, you want to make sure that you're using products to help your skin look hydrated. I just love seeing just hydrated, deep, melanated skin. That's like, I don't know, that's my favorite thing to see. It's just so beautiful. Another thing would be to like find the perfect red lip. There is a red lip out there for everybody. There is a red lip out there for you. It levels up my confidence like nobody's business. And I feel fearless and unstoppable when I'm wearing a red lip. And I don't know any other woman who doesn't feel the same way. When you're choosing your red lip and you're doing your research, while you want to choose a red that complements like your undertone. So if you have a warm undertone, you want to go with one that's a little bit more orangey, and vice versa. But what I have found is that nothing complements more skin tones than a blue-based red. And so you would want to like lean into like a blue-based red. I will share a few of my favorites in the description box below. Blue-based reds usually have more like cool tones in them, or purples. Like it literally has that type of pigment into it, but it plays more to like cooler, neutral tones. But what I have found is that any blue-based red is complement, like I call it the universal red, because it complements just about every skin tone. But just find that perfect red for you, like wear it, and you will definitely see that confidence shine through. Next tip is to invest in a compliment getter signature fragrance. There's nothing wrong with loving a fragrance yourself, but when other people love it too, like it just makes that fragrance that much better. When you're able to get compliments about a fragrance that you love, like, come on, you can't tell me that that's not like a confidence boost. And I would say that, you know, that's something that you can utilize, a tip that you can utilize not only in your adulthood, but like in your younger adolescent years as well. I know when I was younger, child, I always smelled good. My skin was always soft. I always had like a bath oil that I was using. I always stayed hydrated. There were a few times, you know, when I was in like middle school and coming up, that I showed up a little ashy in a people classroom, but it only took me like 1 or 2 times to learn. And I never showed up stank or ashy again. But Vanilla Fields, if you know, was one of my favorite like fragrances to wear. I don't even remember where I used to purchase it. I know I used to purchase it at like the swap shop or the flea market, but that was like my signature fragrance, or just an overall body spray, you know, whether it be Bath and Body Works or some off-brand Calgon, you know, that just helped me to like, you know, smell good, and that in turn helped me feel good. I just feel like there's also something about like the smell of something that smells good that just provides like this nurturing and like just overall good feeling, and makes you feel good internally without anybody else even having to give you a compliment. Next one is a really quick tip, but it is to count your blessings and focus on the good. Focus on the things that you are good at. Focus on your strength and definitely not your weaknesses. Whether you are smart, whether you are fast, whether you are witty, whether you have like a great personality, like you have to really truly focus on those strengths. Focus on those strengths will help you to like just walk in confidence. And when you walk in confidence, like not only do you begin to believe it, but the people around you begin to believe it as well. And as they begin to believe it because they see that you're walking in confidence, you know, they begin to believe it and treat you as such as well. And so focus on the good, which will ultimately help you to like walk in that confidence. Last tip I would say would be for you to like know your history and take pride in your history and knowing what your complexion truly means for you. And without me having to go into a history lesson, I'm just gonna add that I am of Haitian descent. I am Haitian American. I'm as close as it gets to in terms of like a direct link to my lineage and my people. We were the first free republic. We overturned slavery on our island. And that's definitely something for me to take pride of. And while, you know, everybody got their history, you may have your grandparent, you may have your great grandparents, but we know the history of slaves being raped, slaves, you know, having babies for, you know, slave owners and things like that. And me just knowing my history and knowing where I'm from and knowing what my complexion is a reflection of. Not to say that there aren't like white Haitians and that there aren't like very fair-skinned Haitian Americans, but I don't know. I don't even really have to like say all of that, but I know what my deep complexion means, especially as a Haitian American living in America, and I definitely take pride in that. And that is all the tips that I have for this video. Let's go ahead and chit chat and kiki down in the comments below. Feel free to leave a tip for a deep skin girl, a young lady who may be struggling in her confidence, or provide me some feedback on this type of video. Let me know if you enjoyed, if you liked it, or if you want to see more. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It does help for me to become a little bit more discoverable out here in these YouTube streets. And also, as I always like to say, if we vibe, don't forget to hit that button and subscribe. Join the tribe, join the community. Make sure that you never miss a beat. And until the next video, peace.